Hello and welcome viewers, you're watching In Depth with your host Kriti Mishra. As part of the year-long celebrations on the 150th anniversary of Vande Mataram, the Parliament witnessed a special discussion on the national song. The discussion highlighted the song's historical significance and enduring legacy in India's freedom movement.
Year 2025 marks the 150th anniversary of India's national song, Vande Mataram, which translates to Mother, I Bow to Thee. This composition, an enduring song, has inspired countless generations of freedom fighters and nation builders, standing as lasting emblem of India's national identity and collective spirit. Composed by Bankim Chandra, Vande Mataram was first published in the Literary Journal on 7th of November 1875. Later, he incorporated the hymn in his immortal novel, Anand Math, which was published in 1882. It was set to music by Rabindranath Tagore. It has become an integral part of nation's civilizational, political and cultural consciousness. Commemorating this milestone presents an occasion to reaffirm the timeless message of unity, sacrifice and devotion that Vande Mataram embodies for all Indians. To comprehend the importance of Vande Mataram, it is imperative to examine its historical origins, a path that connects literature, nationalism and India's fight for independence. The development of the hymn from a poetic composition to a national song exemplifies India's collective awakening against colonial dominance. The song was first published in 1875. This is corroborated by a passage in the English Daily, written by Sri Aurobindo on 16 April 1907, that it was 32 years ago that Bankim composed his renowned song. He further observed that few listened at that time, but during a moment of awakening from long delusions, the people of Bengal looked around for truth, and in a fated moment, someone sang Vande Mataram. Prior to its publication in book form, Anand Math was serialized in the Bengali monthly magazine, of which Bankim Chandra was the founder editor. The song Vande Mataram appeared in the very first installment of the serialization of the novel in March-April 1881 issue. In 1907, Madam Bikaji Cama raised the tricolour for the first time outside India in Berlin. The words Vande Mataram were written on the flag. Let's take a look at Anand Math and the religion of patriotism. The central plot of the novel Anand Math revolves around a group of sannyasis known as Sanatans, meaning children, who dedicate their lives to the cause of their motherland. They venerate the motherland personified as the mother goddess. Their devotion is solely to their land of birth. Vande Mataram is a song sung by the Sanatans of Anand Math. It stood as a symbol of religion of patriotism. That was the central theme of Anand Math. In their temple, they placed 3 images of Mother representing the motherland, Mother that will be in her pristine glory. In the words of Sri Aurobindo, the mother of his vision held transient steel in her twice 70 million hands, and not the bowl of mendicant. Bankim Chandra, the author of Vande Mataram, was one of the most prominent figures of 19th century Bengal. He holds a pivotal role in the intellectual and literary history of Bengal during the 19th century. As a distinguished novelist, poet, and essayist, his contributions significantly influenced the development of modern Bengali prose and the articulation of emerging Indian nationalism. His notable works, including Anand Math, reflect the social, cultural, and moral concerns of a colonized society striving for self-identity. The composition of Vande Mataram is recognized as a milestone in nationalist thought, symbolizing the synthesis of devotion to the motherland and spiritual idealism. Through his writings, Bankim Chandra not only enriched Bengali literature but also laid the foundational ideological principles for India's early nationalist movement. So, what are the key facts about Vande Mataram? Vande Mataram, also pronounced as Bande Mataram. It is composed by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. Vande Mataram was first published in the Literary Journal on 7th of November 1875 and later included in his immortal novel Anand Mat. Set to music by Rabindranath Tagore, it became a powerful symbol of India's cultural and political identity, embodying unity, sacrifice and devotion. First two verses were adopted in 1937 as India's national song by the Congress Working Committee. On 24th of January 1950, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first President of India, announced that while Jana Gan Man would be the national anthem, Vande Mataram, for its key role in the freedom movement, would be honoured equally as the national song. India's constitution does not explicitly mention a national song. However, Article 51A asks citizens to respect the constitution, national flag and national anthem. Vande Mataram became the battle cry of resurgent nationalism, symbolizing devotion to the motherland and resistance against colonial rule. The British recognized its ability to unite people and in many places banned its public singing or display. In 1896, Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore sang Vande Mataram at the Kolkata session of the Indian National Congress. Soon, its first two stanzas became a routine part of Congress gatherings. It was also sung during the proclamation of Provisional Government of Azad Hind. At the Varanasi session of the Indian National Congress 1905, the song Vande Mataram was adopted for all India occasions. Formed in October 1905 in North Calcutta to promote devotion to the motherland. Members held Prabhat Fairies every Sunday, singing Vande Mataram and collecting voluntary donations. In August 1906, the English daily Vande Mataram was started under Bipin Chandra Pal, with Sri Aurobindo later joining it as joint editor. It became a major nationalist voice spreading ideas of self-reliance, unity and resistance to colonial rule. Thinkers like Sri Aurobindo believed Vande Mataram carried spiritual force and awakened collective consciousness, making its recitation both a political and spiritual act. Vande Mataram was first used as a political slogan on 7th August 1905 during student processions in Calcutta's town hall, sparking the Swadeshi and anti-partition movement in Bengal. In 1905, during the anti-partition movement in Bengal, nearly 40,000 people gathered at Calcutta town hall and sang Vande Mataram in protest. Its influence was so strong that Lord Curzon ordered police to arrest anyone who sang it, highlighting its political impact. It was a major student-led protest in Hyderabad, Karnataka region. After the British banned the song in November 1938, students from colleges such as the Osmania University and Gulbarga University defiantly sang it, leading to house arrests and expulsions. The British deployed police across campuses to contain the movement. In 1907, Madam Bikaji Kama raised the tricolour for the first time outside India in Berlin. The words Vande Mataram were written on the flag. In August 1909, when Madan Lal Dhingra was hanged in England, his last words before he went to the gallows were Vande Mataram. In 1909, Indian patriots in Paris undertook the publication of a magazine called Vande Mataram from Geneva. In October 1912, Gopal Krishna Gokhale was welcomed in Cape Town with a grand procession chanting Vande Mataram.
On November 7th, Prime Minister Modi launched year-long celebrations to commemorate the 150th year of Vande Mataram, aimed specially at youth and students to deepen awareness of the song's significance.
To commemorate 150 years of Vande Mataram, Parliament of India earmarked time to have a discussion on the national song in Lok Sabha as well as in the Rajya Sabha. The Lok Sabha set aside a 10-hour discussion on the matter with Prime Minister Narendra Modi beginning the discussion.
आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, 150 वर्ष उस महान अध्याय को, उस गौरव को पुनः स्थापित करने का अवसर है और मैं मानता हूं सदन ने भी और देश ने भी इस अवसर को जाने नहीं देना चाहिए। यही वंदे मातरम है जिसने 1947 में देश को आजादी दिलाई। स्वतंत्रता संग्राम का भावात्मक नेतृत्व इस वंदे मातरम के जयघोष में था। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, आपके समक्ष आज जब मैं वंदे मातरम 150 निमित्त चर्चा के लिए आरंभ करने खड़ा हुआ हूं, यहां कोई पक्ष प्रतिपक्ष नहीं है, क्योंकि हम सब यहां जो बैठे हैं एक्चुअली हमारे लिए रण स्वीकार करने का अवसर है कि जिस वंदे मातरम के कारण लक्षावधि लोग आजादी का आंदोलन चला रहे थे और उसी का परिणाम है कि आज हम सब यहां बैठे और इसलिए हम सभी सांसदों के लिए, हम सभी जनप्रतिनिधियों के लिए वंदे मातरम के रण स्वीकार करने का ये पावन पर्व है। और इससे हम प्रेरणा लेकर के वंदे मातरम की जिस भावना ने देश की आजादी का जंग लड़ा, उत्तर दक्षिण पूर्व पश्चिम पूरा देश एक स्वर से वंदे मातरम बोल के आगे बढ़ा। फिर से एक बार अवसर है कि आओ हम सब मिल के चले, देश को साथ लेके चले। आजादी के दीवानों ने जो सपने देखे थे उन सपनों को पूरा करने के लिए वंदे मातरम 150 हम सबकी प्रेरणा बने, हम सबकी ऊर्जा बने और देश आत्मनिर्भर बने। 2047 में विकसित भारत बना करके हम रहे, इस संकल्प को दोहराने के लिए ये वंदे मातरम हमारे लिए एक बहुत बड़ा अवसर है।
Union Home Minister Amit Shah said that the politics of appeasement began the day Vande Mataram was divided, arguing that if the national song had not been split in the name of appeasement, the country itself would not have been divided.
A similar debate was also held in the Rajya Sabha, with Home Minister Amit Shah leading the discussion.
वंदे मातरम के 150वें साल के प्रवेश पर ये महान सदन वंदे मातरम के भाव के लिए, वंदे मातरम के यशोगान के लिए और वंदे मातरम को चिरंजीव बनाने के लिए एक चर्चा करे और इस चर्चा के माध्यम से विशेषकर हमारे देश के बच्चे, किशोर, युवा, आने वाली पीढ़ियों तक वंदे मातरम का आजादी के लिए योगदान, वंदे मातरम गान की रचना में राष्ट्रभक्ति और राष्ट्र की संस्कृति के प्रति समर्पण का जो भाव है, उसका आने वाले महान भारत की रचना में योगदान, इसके संकल्प के साथ जुड़ाव, ये सभी चीजों से हमारी आने वाली पीढ़ियां भी युक्त हो। इसलिए मैं आपका और सदन के सभी सदस्यों का हृदयपूर्वक बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूं कि आज ये चर्चा यहां पर आकार ले रही है। महोदय, हम सब सौभाग्यशाली हैं कि हम एक ऐतिहासिक पल के साक्षी भी बन रहे हैं और इसमें हिस्सा भी ले रहे हैं। ये महान सदन में जब वंदे मातरम की चर्चा हो रही है, तब कल कुछ सदन सदस्यों ने लोकसभा में प्रश्न उठाया था कि आज वंदे मातरम पर चर्चा की जरूरत क्या है। महोदय, वंदे मातरम पर चर्चा की जरूरत, वंदे मातरम के प्रति समर्पण की जरूरत वंदे मातरम बना तब भी थी, आजादी के आंदोलन के वक्त भी थी, आज भी है, और जब 2047 में महान भारत की रचना होगी तब भी रहे। क्योंकि अमर कृति मां भारती के प्रति, भारत माता के प्रति समर्पण, भक्ति और कर्तव्य के भाव जागृत करने वाली कृति है। इसलिए जिनको आज वंदे मातरम की चर्चा क्यों हो रही है वो समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। मुझे लगता है कि उन्होंने नए सिरे से अपनी समझ पर ही सोचने की जरूरत है।
In the Constituent Assembly, there was absolute unanimity over adopting both Jan Gan Man and Vande Mataram as national symbols, and there was no debate on the issue. On 24th January 1950, Dr. Rajendra Prasad addressed the Constituent Assembly, stating that Vande Mataram, due to its significant role in freedom movement, should have the same status as national anthem. He said, and I quote, "There is one matter which has been pending for discussion, namely the question of national anthem. At one time, it was thought that the matter might be brought up before the House and a decision taken by the House by way of a resolution. But it has been felt that instead of taking a formal decision by means of a resolution, it is better that I make a statement with regard to the national anthem. Accordingly, I make this statement. The composition consisting of words and music, known as Jan Gan Man, is the national anthem of India, subject to such alterations in the words as the government may authorize as occasion arises. And the song Vande Mataram, which has played a historic part in the struggle for Indian freedom, shall be honoured equally with Jan Gan Man and shall have equal status. I hope this will satisfy the members." Unquote. His statement was adopted with Rabindranath Tagore's Jan Gan Man being adopted as the national anthem of independent India and Bankam's Vande Mataram being adopted as the national song with equal status. The commemoration of 150 years of Vande Mataram underscores the song's profound historical and cultural significance in the evolution of India's national identity. Emerging from the intellectual and literary milieu of the late 19th century, Vande Mataram transcended its literary origins to become a potent symbol of anti-colonial resistance and collective aspiration. The present observance not only reaffirms the enduring relevance of Bankim Chandra's vision, but also invites renewed reflection on the song's role in shaping the discourse of nationalism, unity and cultural self-awareness in modern India.
गुलामी के उस कालखंड में वंदे मातरम इस संकल्प का उद्घोष बन गया था, और वो उद्घोष था भारत की आजादी का। मां भारती के हाथों से गुलामी की बेड़ियां टूटेगी और उसकी संतानें स्वयं अपने भाग्य की भाग्य विधाता बनेगी। साथियों, गुरुदेव रविंद्रनाथ ठाकुर ने एक बार कहा था, बंकिम चंद्र की आनंद मठ केवल उपन्यास नहीं है, ये स्वाधीन भारत का एक स्वप्न है।
वंदे वंदे वंदे।
Well, viewers, that's all we had for you in this edition. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to Sunset TV. Goodbye for now from my side.
संसद टीवी के और भी प्रोग्राम्स देखने के लिए सब्सक्राइब करें हमारा YouTube चैनल और हाँ, इन्हें लाइक और शेयर करना ना भूलें।